ladies and gentlemen!
What's up, everyone? It is Jason Janai, and welcome back to my channel. I am super grateful that you are here, and in today's video, I'm going to answer another question that someone reached out and shared with me or posed to me on my Instagram. If you're a DJ looking to elevate your business, your performance, your social media, your sales, your marketing, your branding, you've got questions about your contract or whatever, I'd love to hear from you because I'm always looking for new ideas and things to incorporate into content on this channel that others will find beneficial. So no matter the question, how deep, how elementary, or how sophisticated and complex it may be, if you want to reach out to me and have me possibly record a video, as long as the content is relevant and valuable, or at least if I feel it's valuable, I will do so. Just hit me up on Instagram at Jason Janai. It's a way that I can give back for the people that are supporting me and giving me just fuel for this channel. This channel is all about elevating the entertainment industry, and I am so proud of what has gone on this channel. Although our subscriber or follower count is somewhat small in comparison to a lot of people that do this and the YouTube gods that play in other verticals on this platform, I am super grateful for the community that is now building on this channel. Just a lot of really cool people in a lot of amazing places, all varying in skill level or experience level and offerings. And I just think it's super cool to have that. I am very, very motivated to grow this channel to at least a 10K subscriber number. And I know numbers are trivial and they don't mean anything to a lot of people, but I have that as a goal set for the first part of this year. And it's something that I want to do. And I'm going to religiously and relentlessly create content to hopefully provide value to people that do what we do in hopes of helping our community as a whole in terms of events and business, but also to help me grow my community to 10K. And that's the number I want to get to. So the question of the day was actually provided by Ryan. I'm going to leave it right there. And Ryan showed some love about the content that exists here on the channel. I appreciate you supporting me, being here, and reaching out to me on Instagram at Jason Janai with your question. If you have a question, feel free to do that at any time, just saying. But he basically was saying, I just recently completed my first wedding season on my own after being trained. So congratulations. That's a monster milestone. It's so good, so rewarding. And you probably have some really cool stories that you could share as you've kind of come up in this business and you're just getting your career started or your lifestyle started in this business. One question I had for you is, what are the best ways to stay engaged on social media in regards to DJing when I have no events until March of this year? So you have a little bit of a window from when you last performed until the next group of events that might be seasonal, might be your area, whatever, but it's a couple months out. So you have this like 3-month window. And believe it or not, this question has been posed to me a number of different times over, I guess, the last 2 years, especially with the pandemic. I'm a DJ, I'm not working, what do I post? So I have some answers for you. Any advice you can share would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Best regards, Ryan. Well, I appreciate you for reaching out, Ryan. And I want to share with you a couple things to think about as you are creating content from this day moving forward. Things that you can either create that will help your business or hopefully attract more people that could be interested in your business moving forward. I have 5 obvious areas, and then I have 5 more like deeper areas that are going to be really dependent on who you are, what you're willing to share, and the services that you actually offer. By your text, it looks like weddings are your focus. So we share that as a commonality between the two of us because weddings are really like my primary place that I like to play and spend my time when I'm working as a DJ. 5 areas that I think are somewhat obvious that you can create or gear content. And it's super important that when you're creating content moving forward, everything is on brand, everything falls in line with your goals, your aspirations, and the things that you are capable of doing. These are 5 things that you can use to not just continue to nurture your social media following, but could possibly aid in building up your client base and people that want to work with you. So 5 areas, no particular order. First and foremost, trends. What do you see popping off? What do you see coming? What do you think is hot or not in your area? If you can kind of dial that into the things that you offer in a positive, constructive way, I think there is a lot of help that you could shed from someone on the inside to people that are planning oftentimes their wedding and it's the first time they're doing it. Being in the industry, being in the know, you have a lot of perspective. And you've probably seen some things that you really, really liked, and you've seen some things that maybe you didn't like so much. I think if you have a grasp on your local market, your local industry, and what others are doing across the country or across the world or whatever, you can incorporate that into engaging content that could help people that are planning their wedding. So trends, number 1. Number two, acknowledge past couples, acknowledge anniversaries, acknowledge people that maybe just sign on hiring you for their upcoming event, whether it's in 6 months or 6 years, whatever. Acknowledge them, and in the form of stories or short form content, or maybe even telling a little bit about their story. I'm so excited that this couple just signed on with me to provide the music backdrop for their upcoming wedding celebration at this venue. It's one of my favorite venues to work at, and their story is really cool. 7 years in the making. Can't wait for July of 2022 or whatever. Just giving you dates. Obviously, I need to tailor this to what works and what makes sense. Number three, services. And I'm not just talking about what you do, although you can focus in on that. Talk about what you have new or how you are maybe switching things up. After your first year of doing this successfully and completing your first wedding season, what are you going to do? What are you bringing to the table? What are you doing for offerings for the people for season 2 of your career? And I think using terms like season 2 on deck, up on this season, you're going to see some new services like uplighting, like photo booths, like whatever. Get into it and show pictures of the services. Maybe even do a little walkthrough of some of the equipment that you are now incorporating. And if you're not incorporating anything new into your service portfolio, look back at what you did over the past year and maybe recall some of that information and incorporate that. Hey, uplighting, it's super cool. It's something that's super popular all over the place, but I love it. And I love these colors, and here's why. Show it at the venue, maybe a picture, maybe a story, maybe a short form video. All of these things can help create content that is engaging, but also helpful. And I think the name of the game here is providing content that is helpful and actually serves two purposes. One, staying relevant, and two, possibly attracting other people to your social media presence that could aid in building your business. Number 4, another big one, Q&As, doing lives, answering questions from people that might be following you, even recording mixes and releasing it for people that are in the planning phase. And it doesn't have to be the latest and greatest club jam. If you are into throwback hip hop or you're into like the oldies stuff, make a mix, share it with the world, make Spotify playlist, share it with the world. These are tools that can only aid and fuel your social media following in different ways. Get creative and do some work creating content that can help you. That's what this is all about. Mixes, Q&As, Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, go on Twitch. Think about sharing content that can benefit you. And that's number 4. The last thing that I would say in terms of obvious would be look backs. Look backs are a way that you recall some of the weddings that you were part of and tell their story. There's a series that I'm actually releasing on the SCE website as well as my Instagram called My Favorite Venues. And this is gold. I'm going to actually share a link to some of these right up over here where you can see an example of what I'm releasing. My Favorite Venues is a way that I can kind of do a recap of not just one wedding taking place in a location, but for my favorite places that I love working, that have great relationships with the staff, I could take footage from 3, 4, 7, 12, 15 weddings that I've done over the past year or so at this property, and I make a 3-minute or less, almost like highlight reel, showing off the variants and couples, services, things that we could do with the consistency of showing the consistent result of packed dance floors, people of all ages, races, religions, beliefs, or whatever, having the best time. I think the message here does a lot of things. First and foremost, it helps you build with that venue, with that property, with that location, and its staff. Second, it's attractive for other people that could be possibly planning weddings at that location to stumble upon this video and to check it out. It shows that you have knowledge of the property. It shows what you do and the results that you bring together every time you work. And the upside to this video is nothing but power. I'm going to do a 10 to 12 season My Favorite Reviews for this coming year. I've got 3 done already. And again, at the end of this video, if you didn't click that little link I added above, I am going to share a video for you to check out. Actually, before I get into the creative things that you can post, let's just stop the video right here. Check out this video right here and check out some of my favorite venues. Be on the lookout for part 2 of this very, very good question posed by Ryan on creating content when you don't have events. It's coming very soon right here to this channel.